This is Paul. Power of oneness revealed. There is something more dangerous than opposition, more dangerous than enemies, more dangerous than warfare, division. Because a kingdom divided does not collapse loudly, it collapses slowly. And most people don't even realize they're the ones holding the brakes. Today, I want to talk to you about something that looks small but delays entire destinies. Criticism. Let's go to Numbers 12. Miriam and Aaron speak against Moses, not strangers, not enemies, family. Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? They ask. Translation to that? Who does he think he is? And here's the part that shocks me. God does not defend Moses. God defends alignment. Because when you attack the assignment, you are not attacking a person. You are touching structure. Miriam becomes leprous, white as snow, and she's sent outside of the camp. Now listen carefully. Here's the part most people skip. The entire nation could not move forward until she was restored. Let that sink in. Selah. One person's criticism stopped an entire generation from advancing. How many camps are stuck because someone is talking? How many families are delayed because someone refuses to align? How many churches are stagnant because gossip feels justified? You think it's conversation. He calls it contamination because words carry atmosphere. An atmosphere determines movement. Now let's go deeper. Exodus 33 says Moses pitched the tent of meeting outside the camp. Listen, outside. Because intimacy requires separation, but gossip creates isolation. There is a difference. One is pursuit, the other is punishment. And when you confuse the two, you start calling discipline rejection. Let me say something strong here. Criticism doesn't just wound leaders, it wounds destiny. Because if you think you're right, if your spirit is misaligned, the entire camp feels it. And heaven pauses movement, not because God is weak, but because unity is strategic. This is why scripture says, how good and pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in unity. Because unity is oil, and oil allows movement. Without oil, you create friction, and friction slows progress. Miriam was not discarded. She was disciplined, and after 7 days, she was restored, and the camp moved again. God disciplines to realign, not to destroy. He isolates to purify, not to shame. If you have ever been outside of the camp, listen to me carefully. You're not abandoned. You're being recalibrated. But here's the prophetic age of this story. If you're inside the camp while someone else is outside, check your heart. Because the same spirit that criticizes can disguise itself as discernment. And discernment without humility is arrogance dressed in scripture. Selah. Division delays everyone, not just the one who spoke, not just the one who offended. Everyone. You cannot stop gossip and grow at the same time. You cannot criticize and accelerate simultaneously. You cannot divide and advance. Heaven does not move divided structures. So today, this is a call, not emotional, strategic. Check your words, check your tone. Check your alignment, because your mouth may be holding the camp hostage. And if you have been wounded by criticism, don't internalize contamination. Stay positioned. God defended Moses without Moses speaking. He will defend alignment. Let me end this like this. Before you speak, ask yourself, will this move the camp forward? Or will this delay us? Because the promised land is ahead, but unity determines the speed. This is not about silence. It's about alignment. This is not about suppression. It's about maturity. This is not about avoiding hard conversation. It's about having them without poison. And here is the final prophetic line for you. If the camp has not moved, ask who is outside. And if you're outside, prepare. Because restoration is coming. And when unity returns, movement follows. This is power of oneness revealed. And oneness is not a feeling, it's a decision.